What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Prison Talk live stream. What's going on? We got the new time jumping off, 8 p.m. Monday nights. You know, you got something else to watch besides Monday Night Football. Anyways, hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope everybody did something beneficial for themselves. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't got a chance to check out our website, check it out. We got the Car Hustle t-shirts on there. You know what I mean? We got it cracking with the hats, the t-shirts. We have the workout drink yard time. Check it out. www.FreshOutSeries.com. If you got any questions, shoot us an email at FreshOutSeries@gmail.com. I will do generalized questions for Prison Talk. Now, if you got a one-on-one situation where you got caught up and you want some personal consulting, hey man, that's going to cost you. You know, it costs to be the boss. I did the time, so I got to get paid for it. You know, you want a one-on-one, it's just like respecting your trainer. You got a personal trainer, you got an accountant, you got to pay them for their time. So that's what's cracking with that. So yeah, if you want a consulting, we do that also. Shoot us an email, FreshOutSeries@gmail.com. I also do motivational speaking, mentoring, you know, college engagements, talking to people, because I know a lot of people need a pick-me-up, a kick in the ass. They need somebody to tell them that they are a piece of shit so that they can uplift themselves, because a lot of people have a low self-esteem. You know, they think very low of themselves, and they need somebody to tell them that they can get their ass up and make something happen. So I'm the man to do that. So holler at me, because I was able to sustain a positive attitude through almost 9 years of motherfucking hell. Also, check out our Fresh Out Series Instagram, our Twitter, you know, and if you haven't checked out our Patreon, we got some new cooking stuff going on there with Raw Godbody. So check that out. Patreon is also Fresh Out Series, and also check out our SoundCloud Fresh Out Series. As far as the Car Hustle jumping off, check out Big Herc 916. I got Car Hustle stuff on there. It's going down. We're going to SEMA pretty soon. We're going to check that out, you know, get some footage on that. Let y'all see what's cracking with the car game out in Vegas. You know, I go to a lot of car shows. If you see me at any car shows in the LA area, holler at me. And, you know, if we do a picture together, you post it up, you get a free t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? So look forward to, if you guys are in the Southern California area, if you're hitting car shows, holler at me. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Outside of that, make sure you click on the bell so that you can get all the notifications for all the new videos. You know, we got a lot of new videos going up. We got a bunch of interviews coming up. We've been working hard on getting you guys some good interviews, so we got those cracking off. We got some good prison talks coming up. And yeah, Fresh Out is going to be coming out with some kicks pretty soon. We're going to have some Fresh Out shoes. And it's going to be it ain't going to be no bullshit. It ain't going to be no $100 shoes. We're talking about some baller brand type shit. We're going to come out with some dope ass tennis shoes. And if you've been seeing on Big Herc 916 Sneaker of the Week, you know what I'm talking about. I'm really into the shoe game. And I designed some shoes with my business partner, and these shoes are going to be coming out real soon. Hopefully you have, you can do pre-orders around Christmas time, and you'll be able to grab order you a pair of these exclusive kicks along with some slides. We're going to have some custom slides, Fresh Out slides jumping off. So, you know, we got a lot of big things going on, man. You know what I'm saying? We're really hustling. I like to talk about making money. You know, a lot of people want to talk about prison and what I did in there and splitting wigs and motherfuckers getting their cheeks busted. But I like to talk about, you know, how when you get out of prison, how you can make money, and how you people on the street can avoid going to prison for stupid shit, and so you can get out here and be balling. So, you know, it's open forum tonight. I couldn't really think of anything in particular since we talked about the Harvey Weinstein thing, and, you know, there's a lot of other bullshit going on, but I figured I had an open forum and let you guys kind of like kick some questions around. If you have something you want to talk about, you know, put it on the board. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Dodgers are in the World Series with the Astros. Go Dodgers. I'm in LA now, so, you know, I got to represent. And as far as what else is going on out there, the Chargers, no, the actual the Rams are doing good. They don't win 4 straight out here in LA. And yeah, man, you know, I watch a little sports here and there. I don't really watch a whole event. I'm always doing other stuff. I'm trying to always expand my mind and you know, think of other ways to make money. So, you know, that's why I said we're going to be doing a lot of big things with Fresh Out in the future. So make sure you stay tuned. And like I said, our shoes are going to be like some Giuseppe's. They're going to be tight. We're going to have, you know, some of the dopest shoes out there. So be looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Somebody said, would I ever speak at schools? Yeah, I'll speak at schools. I spoke at Locke High School in South Central. I spoke at USC. I spoke at Oxnard College. So if you're interested in getting Big Herc for a speaking engagement, holler at me. I'll tell my story and I'll answer questions. You know, shoot us an email at FreshOutSeries@gmail.com. So what's your question? We're looking for some questions here. If anybody who wants to, you know what I'm saying, tune in for something and want to hear me spit some game. Somebody says, how do we donate to you, Big Herc? Hey, man, just hit the donate button on the YouTube and it'll shoot us some bread. Or you can always shoot us some bread to FreshOutSeries@gmail.com on PayPal. We accept all funds. Oakland Raiders, okay. Somebody said, why are so many men pussies these days? It's a different era, man. Dudes, is when you started the whole bully thing, and you know what I'm saying, the guys wearing all this women's clothing and shit like that, it changed up a lot of things, man. It wasn't like we were young, we played fucking football, we bust heads, we fight with sticks, you know, you get into a fight, you get a black eye, you know, that's part of growing up. Nowadays, you get a black eye, the parents want to sue. So kids aren't, you know, they ain't raised like that with that tough mentality anymore. A lot of these kids is pussies, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same type of kid you had growing up, you know, in the 80s or even in the in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? The kids have just been, you know, they've been moistened down, man, like some damn some cotton. You know. What do I think about heavyweight boxing? What is it? Joshua Anthony, you know, from England, who has the belt, and your boy out here, what's his name? He's the heavyweight out here. I like him too. I just had a mind fart, so I can't remember his name. But you know, I think heavyweight boxing. I think those are the two guys, Anthony Joshua and the brother out here. He's undefeated too. Deontay Wilder, yeah, I think that's going to be a hell of a boxing match. They set that shit up. I'm going to definitely watch that. Somebody said, Bedroom Gangster is my favorite book of all time. I'm doing a book report on it this week. Okay, to represent, you know, Bedroom Gangster. If you haven't read it, you got to go to Amazon.com. It's cracking off. I got it on there, Bedroom Gangster. You know what I'm saying? Kicking off some shit. But, yeah, we working on some big things with Fresh Out. We still trying to get picked up by a network, and hopefully we can have it, you know, on a major network here by next year. Martial arts in prison. Somebody said martial arts in prison. Is that a thing? Her stories and what's the truth? Nah, martial arts in prison. There's dudes who are, you know, teaching or sharing techniques, but it's only in the privacy of the cell. You can't openly practice any type of combat, martial arts, boxing, anything like that. These guards don't want you to have no skills. They want to go in there and be able to whoop your ass. You know, there's motherfuckers who, even with the guard with sticks, they whoop the guard's ass. So they don't want you developing any extra skill set that will allow you to have an edge on them when they come to bust your head. So anything that's done like that is done in the privacy of a cell. Cooking videos. We got the cooking videos on Patreon. Patreon videos are on there right now. Rodney Godbody, he's getting down with the food. Check it out, man. It's cracking right now. We got new videos. I know we've been out of the mix for a minute because Chef V's been busy, but we got it cracking with the cooking videos on there. Somebody said Big Herc is a top bunk status always a negative thing in prison. Nah, man. I had a top bunk. Because my cellie, he was a little dude, so I wasn't going to have him climb up and down the bunk, but that was the homie. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen niggas that are balling get on a top bunk because they got, they're celled up with somebody that's cool. So top bunk doesn't necessarily mean, you on some bullshit. It's just part of the game, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not nothing negative if you're on the top bunk. Somebody said, who's this guy? Jay Morgan. I got to go in on some of these, oh shit. I got to go in on some of these trolls. Jay Morgan, yeah, he on some bullshit. So we'll go ahead and get him out the mix. But yeah, you guys, why are you afraid of my cousin? I don't know who the fuck that is. That's somebody on some bullshit. Let's see here. How are nurses treated in prison? Nurses are treated cool. Ain't nobody really, I mean, you got regular nurses up in there. They're usually in the hospital area, but people are trying to get help, so they're not really going to be disrespecting the nurses. You got a couple dudes who might be on some bullshit, but for the most part, the nurses at some spots is cool. I've been in some spots where nurses are like, treating you like shit, like you're the lowest of the low. So it just depends, on what type of how long they've been in the system and what location you're at, because I can't say nurses are cool in every spot, because I've been in some spots where they basically tell you just go take an aspirin. They don't give a fuck. Somebody said, Herc, you do private bodyguard work. If the money's there, I'll handle business. So let me know what you got going on. Somebody said, hey, Big Herc, 2 staff members got arrested at my prison the other day. What makes a CO go corrupt? Both of these guys have less than 1 year of work. Money. I've seen COs get arrested for bringing in tobacco and weed. It's money, man. The COs are bringing in all the cell phones. It's you got a guy making, what, 50, 60 a year? You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit more with overtime. You got a dude in prison who's a multi-millionaire who has connections, and he has game. He gets at these COs, and some of them bite. It's like anything else in life, you know what I'm saying? Money, man. Money makes people do things. So, hey, I've seen COs selling cigarettes, cell phones, alcohol. CO, they can bring all kind of shit in. You're cool with a CO, but you're not going to snitch on them. You know what I mean? Unless, a lot of times the way they get caught is because somebody catches you and then snitches on a CO or some bullshit like that. But I see motherfuckers have a whole organization, and the CO's a part of it. They make a move just like everybody else. It's money. It's all about economics, man. Economics controls the world. Is it true that DC has a bad rep for homos in the feds? DC is known for putting in work because everything you do in DC is a motherfucking federal crime. So purse snatching, rape, assault and battery, those are all federal crimes. So not everybody from DC is in there for bank robbery, drugs, money laundering, extort. They're not in there for necessarily things that would be considered federal in other states. But the dudes I knew from DC, I was cool with them. I knew a couple cats from DC that were hitters, and man, we got along good. You know what I'm saying? They respected me, I respected them. You know what I mean? We had an understanding, and I didn't have no problems. I used to break bread with some of them. So, I didn't know any dudes from DC that was on no homo time. As far as just a motherfucker getting his cheeks took, most of the motherfuckers in there getting their cheeks took, they want them took. But you do got some motherfuckers in the state who were on some bullshit, and I've talked about that before. But me personally, I didn't know any cats from DC on no homo time. So, somebody, Big Herc, what kind of jobs? Somebody said, hey, Big Herc, what kind of jobs available in prison for college grads who have a BA in forensic psychology? Jobs in prison for forensic psychology, you guys psychologists working in the prisons, but fuck, if you got that kind of degree, why not go into the private sector? Make some real money, man. Anything you do for the government, you got a cap on it. Now, if you privately contract with the government, like the Carlisle Group or Blackwater or some of these private, military organizations, that's where the money's at. The money's not in working for the government. Get you a private organization, set you up a corporation and contract with the government and make the big money. You know, that's where the money's at. I know somebody said, what's up with the rappers wearing dresses? I don't understand that either, man. I never, you know, when I was growing up, seen anybody from my neighborhood that was a hard-ass nigga wearing a dress. I don't get that. You know, I don't get that. Somebody said, were there any Africans in jail? Yeah, my co-defendants were African. One was from Cameroon and one was from, I want to say Nigeria. And there's a lot of Africans in prison. And, you know, they kind of got their own thing going on. And it's sad, man, because, you know, the Africans come over here and a lot of them think they're better than American blacks. So they got a whole thing where they're educated in England and they think they speak a couple languages, that they're above and better. Some bullshit, you know. The Africans I knew in prison, a lot of them, because of the way I carry myself, they were cool, you know, to a degree. But a lot of them kind of had an arrogant type of, you know, way about themselves. And, you know, kind of did their own thing to a degree, you know, had their own little people they fuck with. But I did know some motherfuckers that were cool. I knew I had a homeboy from Ghana. I had a couple other partners that were, you know, good dudes. But, yeah, there are, I have ran across Africans because a lot of them are doing credit card fraud and other shit out here. They're big on the credit card fraud and a lot of scams. They run a lot of scams, a lot of money scams with banks. Somebody says, hey, Big Herc, I'm struggling to stay positive. I keep having all these criminal thoughts. How do I turn these thoughts into positive ones? How you turn them into positive ones, man? Focus on things that are positive. I mean, obviously, if you're having criminal thoughts, you're around a criminal element. Therefore, you're entertaining things that aren't, you know, of a positive nature. Change the circle in your conversation, and your thoughts will change. Don't allow those things to entertain your conscious, and then they won't affect your subconscious. Somebody said, how that the highest paid preachers are from African countries, and they say that they are true Africans, and we are watered down. You know, it's a lot of, it's the whole thing, like I say, with the divide and conquer, where they have, like, this whole disparity even among the race. You have it even here, like, with the light-skinned black, the dark-skinned black. You know what I mean? You're light-skinned, you know, you can, you know, it's considered almost like a pass because you can blend in more with the so-called European white culture. And so it's a lot of ignorant misrepresentation in history, which has led to this divide among our culture. And that's why we don't have the unity we have. And that's why we have, you know, this whole stigma. And when you go different places, people treat you differently. I had a conversation with somebody and they said they had friends from South Africa. And when they were from South Africa and they lived in South Africa, they were treated one way as South Africans. But when they moved to the United States and they traveled back to South Africa as Americans, they were treated a whole nother way. So how do you explain that? You know, it's all stupid. And somebody says, who cares what race you are? You know, yeah, who does care? But it's a social and economic thing. Race is a factor. And I don't make excuses. All I'm saying is create awareness so that you can maneuver better and make money. That's what I feel. You know what I'm saying? If you have a better understanding of your race and who you are and how you're represented in society, you will be more successful. Somebody said, what do you think about Gucci Mane? Have you ever seen a dude get out of jail and make such a 180? Homeboy said something bad happened to him in jail. Think so, or did he really just change? Hey man, shout out to Gucci Mane for, you know, doing the things he's doing, man. I commend that guy. You know, people go to prison, man, and some people, you know, they make a change for the better, man. They see things in there and they realize this ain't their crowd. When I got to prison, I knew that I was just passing through there. This wasn't my element. You know, I've been in juvenile hall. I have been to California Youth Authority. I have been around straight hitters, motherfuckers who bust wigs. But at the same time, when I got to federal prison and you got people who are my grandfather's age in there, I'm like, and I'm looking like what these guys are conversating about. This is not what I want to be around. You know, I try to associate with the highest level of conversation as possible. And, you know, it's just, you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, you know, Gucci Mane, he got out, took advantage, man, and the dude is balling. He's doing his thing. He's shining, man. And that's, you know, that's a rare thing, but it does happen. You know, I got out of prison. I didn't look back and, you know, I'm not on that level, but like I said, you know, that's a great thing when you can be a positive role model and not be an ignorant motherfucker getting out of prison preaching bullshit. Somebody says, Big Herc, long-time subscriber, clean paper, did time at FCI Elkton. They protect the chomos at Elkton. Need some wig splitting. Can I get a shout out? Hey, man, shout out to you. Cairo Thorne, shout out to you, brother. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, man, the fucking chomos, bro. All of them need their fucking wig split, man. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are the lowest of the low. Motherfuckers doing that and people who are conspiring, supporting these motherfuckers, they need to have conspiracies. You know, you throwing it on the motherfuckers selling dope, put it on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Split all wigs of chomos. Shout out to Anthony Thompson. You know, he hooked up the rims on the Chevelle with new tech. You know, if you guys checked out the video on Big Herc 916 of the green Chevelle, those are some new tech wheels by the homie Anthony Thompson. He does some sick ass old schools, but yeah, dude's a righteous brother, man. Shout out to him. Shay Jefferson wants a shout out. Shout out to you, man. Anyway, let's keep it rolling with the questions, and I'll get it to the shout outs at the end. Somebody says, violence is not the answer. More power to you, brother. I understand it. If we can all communicate and shit would work, we wouldn't have the violence, but it's too much money and greed in the world. That's why we have the violence. How do you donate? I believe there's a donate area that you can shoot because somebody just donated $5 if you want to donate. Somebody said, any advice on investing into Bitcoin because I'm thinking of investing. Hey, man, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, invest. I've already made a couple grand off of Bitcoin. I got in a couple months ago. It was at 3,900, and right now it's at 5,900. Bitcoin is poised to go to $1 million in the next probably 5 to 10 years, man. Bitcoin is the father of all the cryptocurrencies. If you're not hip to cryptocurrencies, do your research. There's a lot of stuff online. You want to make an investment. You want to plan for your retirement. Man, if you would have got, if you would have had $100 worth of Bitcoin in 2009, you'd be worth probably like 10, 15 million right now. Yeah, you'd be balling out of control. Get you some Bitcoin if you haven't done so. There's a platform I use called Coinbase. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but as far as making money, I know that's a no-brainer. I've already made money, and Bitcoin, they can't stop it. It's universal. China's already going to a cashless society within the next 5 years. Russia's endorsing a crypto ruble. So everybody's going to fucking, cryptocurrencies. MasterCard, IBM, a lot of these big companies are hiring blockchain developers to make, so they can develop cryptocurrency. Hey, if you're sleeping, get on it. I got some cannabis coin. It's cheap right now. Jump on that. When they legalize weed, cannabis coin is going to be cracking. You could become a multi-millionaire. I'm just going to sit on it. You know, I'm telling you right now. Just like penny stocks. Somebody says millions a year trading in penny stocks. I agree. You know, penny stocks, I've looked into some of them. I got regular stocks, but the cryptocurrencies, I really like the way they're looking. And, you know, it's a good opportunity. So if you haven't invested in cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, do some research. And, you know, it's the way to go. Somebody said cannabis coin, how you do it? Well, cannabis coin, Bitcoin is basically the medium of exchange for all other cryptocurrencies. You can go on to Coinbase, open you up a cryptocurrency account, get you some Bitcoin, then use that Bitcoin, transfer it to your, there's another index called Bittrex. You can buy cannabis coin on Bittrex, open you a Bittrex account, and then you just transfer money from wallet to wallet, from Bitcoin wallet to Bitcoin wallet. You know, Bitcoin you can use to buy other cryptocurrencies. So it's a big game, man. If you haven't jumped on it, check it out. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I'm looking at for my retirement. I'm not going to be running around trying to pay my bills or, you know, asking for a handout when I get in my 70s and 80s, man. I'm going to be balling off the fucking cryptocurrencies and just going and, you know, getting my bread. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, be about your bread, man. Do your research. Let's see. Bitcoin is based on deep web, which have been getting extra scam. I didn't get scammed, and a lot of people that are fucking with Bitcoin, it's big. Somebody else said they invested in Bitcoin. If you get arrested for domestic violence, what will happen? Domestic violence, the first time the police come out, somebody's got to leave the house. The second time, somebody's going to get arrested. You're going to have that on your record. It could affect your job. If you're in law enforcement, you're fucked. So if you fucking with a female that's, you know, drama, that's giving you a lot of headaches, man, shake that ass, man. It ain't worth the headaches, man. You know, because if the police come out there and you try to explain yourself and they look at the female, you're hit. So it ain't worth it. Somebody said, when you got new merchandise coming out? We got the shoes coming out. The shoes should be ready probably end of November. What happened before Christmas? Pre-orders we'll be taking pre-orders in November for the Fresh Out shoes. We'll have slides and we'll have some high-end tennis shoes. Not no bullshit. Our shit's gonna be on the same level as Balenciagas and some Giuseppe's. We're coming out with some dope ass shoes, so be on the lookout. Somebody said, Big Herc, you the buck of the family. Yeah, I'm the head motherfucker of my family. Somebody said, what's my thoughts on marijuana, hash, and moon rock? I don't know I'm not familiar with moon rock as far as marijuana and hash. You know, hey, you know, I feel that the marijuana, the type of time they give a motherfucker for it is bullshit. If there's an opportunity for people to monetize it and make money, I'm all for it. I think that, you know, the money that's made from it, if they can, you know, create programs to help, you know, to fund schools, to help the homeless, I mean, why not tax it and make money? You know what I'm saying? People are going to smoke it like they smoke cigarettes. And the government's already warehousing, making, you know, they're already growing tons and tons of it. So as soon as it is legalized, they're going to wipe out all the little farmers anyway. So it's going to be a whole nother game to kick off. But, you know, that's the game. The government gets in and they mass produce it and basically take it over. Big Herc, do you speak any other languages besides English? Do other inmates teach you the other languages? I speak a little bit of Spanish. I took Spanish in college and in high school. I'm not super fluent in Spanish, but I do understand enough to where if somebody's talking shit, I know I can split their wig. Yeah, there are some guys in there that are teaching Spanish classes. There's guys in there, I've seen guys teaching French. It just depends on where you're at and the level of, you know, the level of education of the inmates around you. Let me see. Somebody said, how much did you initially put in when you first invested in Bitcoin? It all depends on what you can afford to put in. You know, I started off with one Bitcoin, and then I invested in some other coins. I use Bitcoin to hedge my investment against the other cryptocurrencies, which are fluctuating more, which aren't as stable as Bitcoin. If you had, for instance, if you had 3 Bitcoins, you'd probably be, you know, grossing $6,000 a month as far as in profit from those coins. But like I said, I have money invested in, you know, a couple other cryptocurrencies, Neo, Token, ADX. There's a couple other ones. So you just got to do your research. You know, get on CoinMarketCap. I believe is another website. You can get on there and get all the information on Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies, but do your research. Big Herc, what are commissary prices in prison, and are they bullshit? Yeah, they are bullshit. You know, at San Bernardino, for a fucking one soup, I think it's like 50 cents or 75 cents for one fucking soup. You can't, you starving that motherfucker, man. And you can't pass food in the kitchen. The food tastes like shit. You know, it's just fucked up, you know. In the pen, the soups, I believe, are 20 cents each. So they're cheaper. You can get a case of top ramen for not that much. You know, you got beef sticks in there. A lot of garbage shit. Tuna fish is roughly the same price as it is on the street. You know, the prices are, you know, a little more, are comparable to what you see in a grocery store, but you're not making grocery store wages. You're making maybe $300-400 a month, working 8 hours a day if you're working in a Unicor or a factory job. But, you know, you got guys in there who are balling, and they'll have 2 or 3 people go to commissary for them, and they'll pay them a percentage of that, and they'll just load up on tuna fish, and they'll just eat out the locker. You know, they'll buy everything from commissary, all the healthy shit from Commissary, because you got people who are, believe it or not, eating healthy in prison. You know, so it just depends on what type of money you have in prison. Somebody else said, when you get out of prison, do you inherit debt to the government? If you have restitution, yeah, you got to pay that restitution. It doesn't go away. I know somebody that robbed a bank and they're still paying restitution, you know, 4 or 5 years later, and the government wants their money. You know what I mean? So they'll take it out your taxes. If you got a job, they'll garnish your wages. So if you do have restitution, you can't really run from that. So yeah, it's that's what's happening. Oh, okay, 65 on Dubs. North Highlands checking in. I hear you, North Highlands, NH. You know what I'm saying? That's the hometown right there. But yeah, man, you know, I love tuning in with you guys on these live chats. I'm glad to see people are waking up about investing, about making money. Man, financial freedom is the only thing that's going to change your life. All this other bullshit, you know, hanging out, you know, doing dumb shit. Figure out how to make money so you can make money while you're sleeping. If you're out there in the game, you're grinding, fucking put your money into something that's gonna grow, whether it be penny stocks, you know, day trading, whether it be cryptocurrencies, whether it be the regular stock market, old school cars, art, jewelry, as far as not bullshit jewelry, but, you know, pieces that are gonna go up in value. Invest your money, man. Invest your money. Be smart and get your hustle on. You know, I wish I would have invested a lot more of my money, but it is what it is. But the money I did invest, I'm flipping. So that's what's cracking. All right, you guys, it's time to wrap this thing up. So I'm about to do the shout outs. If you got somewhere you want to shout out to, let me know what's up and I'll give you a shout out on the line, man. AZ, shout out to you. Bird Gang 602, shout out to you. Who else we got? Shout out to Sacktown. Shout out to Iowa City. Shout out to Scranton. Shout out to Yonkers, New York. Shout out to the ATL. Shout out to Jacksonville. Shout out to Northside, Compton. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Phoenix, Syracuse, Vancouver. Shout out to Fresno. Shout out to Washington. Shout out to Oakland. Shout out to Milwaukee. Shout out to Sylmar. Shout out to Virginia. Byron, Texas. Shout out to Vancouver, Little Rock, Arkansas, Fort Worth, Texas, Cincinnati to 513. Shout out to Rogers Park, Chicago. Sam Johnson, 504, NOLA. Shout out to the Dirty South, Arkansas. Shout out to Seattle. Shout out to Sunrise, San Antonio. Shout out to Yuba City. Shout out to Dino from Clayton City. Shout out to Olympia, Washington. Shout out to El Centro, California. Shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to the 818. Shout out to Trinidad. Shout out to Falls City. Shout out to Johnson City, Tennessee. Shout out to the Bay Area, Haystack 510. Shout out to Prudendale, California. Shout out to Dave. Hey, man, shout out to Oklahoma. Shout out to everybody who puts in work, who's out here busting their ass to make a living, who's making shit happen, who ain't crying, complaining, making excuses. Hey, man, shout out to all y'all. Get your paper. Be positive. Surround yourself around people that are going places in life. That was my biggest mistake, is the crowd I kept. Don't entertain foolish thoughts. Clear your mind on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Get your workout on. Get the yard time cracking. And like I said, get your pocketbooks ready, because we're going to have the fresh out shoes cracking. And these motherfuckers is going to be off the chain. So look out for the shoes coming real soon. We worked real hard on developing some really comfortable, high-end Italian leather tennis shoes, along with some quality slides. So check us out. We're going to be posting those up real soon as we get the initial order in. So put your pre-orders in coming. And like I said, tune in next week, 8 o'clock. We'll be doing it again. Shout out to North Miami. Shout out to Orange County, Riverside. Shout out to Brianna. You know what I mean? And shout out to everybody who's, like I said, getting paper, man. Don't fuck with a broke nigga. Don't fuck with a broke bitch. Get your paper on. And if a motherfucker is talking about doing something stupid, tell them I'll holla.